Dan Bongino is a former Secret Service agent and NRA TV contributor. He's also author of the book Spygate, The Attempted Sabotage of Donald J. Trump. And Dan joins us now. Would you, if you were in the president's position, would you agree to sit down with Mueller?
Heck no. Why? Mark, why should he sit down with Mueller? His case is based on nothing. Mark, let's walk this through. Let's be logical for a minute. I know liberals have a difficult time with this, right? But this entire case as we know it is based on this dossier, this spurious, nonsensical dossier. Let's walk through what the FBI themselves said about the dossier. The director of the FBI said the information was salacious and unverified. The number two said they would have no investigation without the dossier. The head of the division in charge of the case said the verification of the dossier was in its infancy. And the lead investigator in the case said there's no there.
Right.
Why would he sit down with this guy? This is obviously a trap. He did nothing wrong.
Well, as you say, that's all logical, and I would buy that if, if somebody was trying this with Mr. Smith at the county court. But what about the politics of this? I mean, half the country is going to go bananas if Trump refuses to sit down with Mueller. So in other words, is the risk of walking into a perjury trap less than everybody claiming Trump's pulled off a coup because he won't sit down with this cockamamie guy who wants to talk about some lousy Steele dossier?
You know, it's a great point, Mark. There are different, the political price and the legality of it are two different arguments. On the political front, which you asked, yes, there will be a price. But here's the problem I have with that, Mark. If I thought Mueller was acting in good faith, I would say, all right, maybe it may be worth doing it then at that point if it's limited in scope. The problem is, Mark, there's no evidence of that. Mike Flynn sat down with investigators from the case with no lawyer in the White House, too.
Right.
The FBI went back, admitted that there were no signs of deception. They then prosecuted him for what? For lying to the FBI. Does that make any sense? There's no good faith effort here at all.
No, and I'm absolutely opposed to this whole lying to the FBI thing. I think that's disgraceful. Dan, I do want to get this in, because despite allegedly being under Russian control, President Trump's administration has just slapped new sanctions on Russia in response to the nerve agent poisoning of a former Russian agent and his daughter in the UK. And the sanctions will kick in later this month. Actually, another young woman over in Britain subsequently died of this poisoning. So Trump is acting against Putin because Putin's poisoning and in fact, killing the citizens of American allies. What do you make of this?
Yeah, Mark, if Trump is a Russian asset being controlled by Putin, he is certainly the worst Russian asset in the history of human intelligence gathering. His military wiped out 200 Russian mercs on a Syrian battlefield. He has led the effort to cut off the Nord Stream 2 pipeline to economically damage Russia. Magnitsky's expanded that. I mean, Mark, listen, we're having conversations like we're rational because we are, but trying to get through the 6-inch thick skull of liberals who have committed to this Russian collusion thing is useless. Nothing we say is going to make a difference. Facts don't matter anymore.
All that stuff you said, Dan, all that shows is that the conspiracy just goes deeper than any of us could possibly suspect. Thanks a lot, Dan Bongino.